What's going on? This is My Life in the Shot. I'm your host, Donald Washington. I want to bring y'all an update to the Facebook Live shooting out here in Chicago now that 29-year-old LaBrittany Austin turned herself in. Now, the victim in this case is Kiara Hardiman. Alright, she was the one shot in the shoulder. I'm gonna bring y'all her story out of her own words, saying she didn't expect to be shot. However, I want to bring y'all my thoughts, continuing thoughts on this story. I did the other story the other day. However, you know, one of the things that forced me off of the streets is like you know what? To me, you know, you just never can underestimate and estimate what somebody is going to do and how serious somebody else may take it. Because on Girl was on Facebook Live, some people were saying she was watching that live in the car. And you never know who's watching it. And it also escalated the situation to where it could be out of control because now you know the whole world is watching. If somebody yells world star and you fighting, you fight for your life because you know the entire world may be watching. And that may be that determining factor on whether you know, try to go do something over the top, and which this day in social media is very, very dangerous because now everybody in the world knows what happened. Now everybody was there. One of the things I want to say that forced me off of the streets is that I used to think that if somebody was talking this, that, and the other, I remember being out there on the streets and a cat saying, oh, I'm going to do this to you, I'm going to do this and that. I run up on them, do whatever, go to the police, please pick me up. I'm like, I didn't do it. I don't know who did it. They come to the police station. Donald Washington, he did it. I'm going to bring y'all her story.
Both of you, first of all, the suspect in this case, 29-year-old LaBrittany Austin, is being held with no bond. That was the judge's decision today.
Now, that's a bit extensive. You know, for shooting, no bond. I mean, murderers get at least $1 million bond.
She is facing just one felony charge, not nearly enough, according to her victim. In less than 2 minutes, this Facebook Live posted Tuesday afternoon goes from lighthearted to name-calling.
Girl, who you just calling the you talking about? You got a gun, what you gonna do? What you gonna do with it?
And see, at that point, she should have walked away like, okay, this situation, you know, you're not who I thought you were or whatever the case. You just never know how somebody's feeling. That could have been her last $70. You just never know. Because she spent $70 on her baby for Christmas, which was a good thing, you know. But however, you just never could talk somebody like that.
To a shooting.
And I really encourage the young men to walk away. And if you can't resolve it, y'all knuckle up like men. That's what men do. Little boys grab guns. Now, especially young ladies. Young ladies should be able to talk it out and walk away. Nowadays, man.
She just shot me.
This afternoon, the woman police say pulled the trigger went before a judge. 29-year-old LaBrittany Austin is facing a felony charge of aggravated battery with a weapon. Her victim wants to know why that's all she's facing.
That was premeditated. I don't care what nobody say.
I exclusively sat down with 27-year-old Kiara Hardiman last night, just a little more than 24 hours after Austin turned herself in to police.
You think she was trying to kill you?
I don't know. I didn't even think she wanted to shoot me.
The two had been in an on and off again relationship since last summer. They had had arguments before, but nothing turned physical, which is partially why even after Kiara saw the gun, she didn't think Austin would use it.
There's somebody I talk to. There's somebody who sleeps in my bed. You know, since the day I met her, we've been here. You feel me?
Hey, and it's always that person who you would have done anything for, would have done anything for you. Most of, man, so many cases are domestic cases, man. Every killing is somebody who know you. And those be the people who rob you, kill you, shoot you. That's the one.
Been around my family.
The bullet went through Kiara's shoulder, shattering her.
And she's lucky to be alive, man. She could have easily moved any other different way and shot in the chest, shot in the heart, man. That's in her arm, but it could have easily been in her chest. That could have easily been attempted murder.
Bone, but she feels lucky.
Literally right in front of her window. And if I wouldn't have turned around, I would have got shot in my chest, my face, my neck, or something. Like, I would never been able to come back home to my baby. My mama would have been burying her daughter.
What you don't see on the video, Kira says, is what happened about an hour before the shooting, which was also laid out in court today. Austin had taken Kira and her son shopping, wanting to get a gift for the 5-year-old at Target. The problem started when Kira opened her wallet at the checkout counter.
At the time, and I was trying to give her some money because the type of person she is, she's like, when you get into it with her, she's going to throw something in your face.
The two argued a bit about the money on the way home, which continued over text after Kira got dropped off. Around 2:30, Austin drove to the 6400 block of South Calumet to get either the gifts or the money back. Knowing an altercation was likely going to happen, Kira hit record, then walked down from her friend's apartment with that friend and her cousin. You can see
right there, she did. That's where she went wrong with the Facebook Live. You never know. She could have been watching that, or somebody else could have been watching that. Somebody could have sent it. They probably both have all the same friends. And when you bring the entire public in on it, that's when it can escalate, man. And that's why in Chicago, we got to walk away and just talk out of situations if possible, if not. But see, couples, man, everybody go through this. Everybody go through the exact same thing. And this is probably routine. This is actually routine for every couple, everybody. I mean, nobody's different. Everybody been through this.
Bag in her hand.
And yeah, I did shove the bag in her face because I was mad. Not gonna lie, I did shove the bag in her face, and I did kick the car.
Still not thinking this
And she should not have done that.
was going to be anything more than an argument, Kira continued to taunt Austin.
What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do?
Even days after the shooting,
And that's one thing you never do. You never taunt somebody with a gun and ask what you gonna do with it. Because now Facebook Live, the entire world, now you're gonna have to use it or be called a punk. And that's what a lot of young men face. You face the humiliation of your friends. Oh, you pulled a gun, you didn't even use it, punk ass motherfucker. And then, so now that's why they say, don't pull a gun unless you're gonna use it. Never pull a gun. That's why it's not even good to have one, because at times you're gonna be tested to use it, or look like a punk. And if you pull it and you don't shoot it, now you're a punk. So that's why if you're ever getting robbed, just give it to them. Here you go. It ain't worth my life over whatever somebody's robbing you for.
Kira still can't believe her girlfriend shot her.
It wasn't no pain for the first couple seconds, and then it just started feeling like throbbing, burning at the same time. And then it felt like my arm was off my shoulder. I could not move my arm. That's why I was so hysterical after a while. Like, she really just shot me. Y'all, she really just shot me.
She'll likely need surgery to repair her shoulder, but the pain of being shot by someone she once cared so deeply about will take a lot longer to heal. Austin does have a previous drug charge, but she does not have any violent charges in her criminal past. She'll be back in court next week.
So now, men probably would have been charged. A lot of men probably would have been charged with attempted murder. I'm actually glad that LaBrittany did not get attempted murder. Still, a felony is a felony, man. A felony with a felony discharge on your record, it's very hard to get a job. Very hard to get a job. She's probably gonna get sentenced 3-4 years, do a year and a half in jail. I hate to see both of them in this situation. It's unfortunate. Very pretty young girl. In this situation. However, be careful out there on the streets, man. Never taunt someone. And if young ladies, y'all gotta be able to tell. That's why we need our own media. This Basketball Wives and Love and Hip Hop that's teaching our young ladies to get out there and fight. And fight for everything, every disagreement. Our young ladies are being taught to just fight it out. And this is the results. This is what can happen. Even that's why a lot of mothers very worried about these young brothers. That's why it's so careful. That's why you gotta be careful with these young brothers on the streets. That's because that's what happens. These shootings are started by little confrontations in school, little arguments, little fist fights, and they turn deadly. So I wanted to bring y'all this update on girl being charged with a felony count. not attempted murder. She's okay. She's only shot in the arm. It could have been a lot worse. She could have been dead. She could have been dead. But she's okay, in which I'm glad. So it's unfortunate for both of them. Something that minor, just that quick, can turn deadly. That's how the streets go. Something you never seen coming. Just out the clear blue sky, you're facing death. Out the clear blue sky, just like that. If you carry a gun, just like that, you could be taunted to use it. And just like that, something you just really didn't even really want to use. She probably didn't even really want to use the gun. Probably just wanted to scare her. Probably thought that she'd back off. Probably didn't, because they was texting and arguing. So they knew they was about to get into it. A lot of mistakes made, of course. They're young. We all been there. I've been in my 20s and been made them stupid mistakes. And we learned from them. Hopefully they'll learn from it. They're in their 20s. But old girl got a felony on her record. It's unfortunate. Anyway, I want y'all to like, comment, let me know what you think about this video. Peace.